Day 723 being Christopher Cruz. So I talked to my mom this morning and I screwed up. Screwed up, just being honest. Like on Sunday, God told me, he showed me, Chris, I called you to speak life into people, not death. And when you criticize, when you judge, when you condemn people, you're speaking death into them. And when I get frustrated, I become very critical and judgmental, and I point out everything that everyone is doing wrong. And that is deadly. That is speaking death into people. And God really showed that to me on Sunday. And then I talked to my mom today, and she's in an amazing mood compared to yesterday. Yesterday was challenging. Thank God, like God has blessed me and I've gotten some clients. I was able to get her a hotel room for 2 nights so she didn't have to stay in the cold. And so I felt very lucky to be able to do that. And so I talked to her this morning and I just got frustrated. Like, you got to do this and this and this. And I'm just trying to like get her to do these things and trying to control so she gets it done. So, you know, she's in a good situation, and I just got frustrated, and I just ended up being really discouraging, and she had to get off the phone. She just couldn't hear it, and I get it. I understand. And then I talked to her again, and I fell into it again. I was trying to like not do that. And then after, I just like, man, I was just like, man, I fucked up. Like, Chris, like, you gotta control your frustration. Like, I know I'm trying to help people, and I'm trying to encourage them. I'm like, you gotta do this, just freaking do it. Like, why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing that? But that's not encouraging. And they're not my coaching clients. These are my people that I love, like my mom and Araceli. Like, it just doesn't work with them. Like, I'm not their coach, but I want to help people that I love. Like, I want to help them. And so it's just like, but it's like, God did not say, I called you to help people. He said, I called you to speak life into people, which to me is like, no matter what's going on, no matter what they are doing or aren't doing, like, I need to be encouraging. I need to speak life into them. And when I'm being like, why didn't you do this? Or you need to do this and you need to go do that. That's not speaking life into people. And so, yeah, I felt so bad. I got on my knees. I was just crying, like, oh my God. And just felt so bad. And I had, like, right before that, I watched this video on Instagram where this guy was talking about his dad getting COVID, and he had a whole video to tell the story and how his dad got COVID and his dad almost died. And then he finally got the doctors to convince him to use lectin or whatever the cure thing is for it. And just talking about how the government has banned it, and there's so many people that have died from it that could have been saved if they just would have allowed this drug. But then talking about, you know, all these experts that are like, well, if they approve that drug, then there's no money to be made because anyone can make it, and there's just not money to be made in that. So there's money to be made in vaccines. And it just broke my heart to see how evil this world is and how evil people are, and how money is just so, like, the love of money is the root of all evil. And the Bible says that. The Bible doesn't say money is the root of all evil. It says the love of money is the root of all evil. And it just, like, they're showing the numbers, you know, how much money these pharmaceutical companies are making off of the vaccine. And it's just like, they're okay with people dying so they can make more money. And it just broke my heart. It was just like, I was so angry and just heartbroken. Like, I just got on my knees and I just started crying. And I was just so frustrated and pissed off at the evil in this world and the evil people. And, you know, that with what my mom is going through, like, my mom is such an incredible woman. She has the biggest heart, and this world is not set up for her to succeed. Like, this world is not set up for us to succeed. Like, this world is corrupt, and the systems are corrupt, and the governments are corrupt, and the businesses are corrupt, and, you know, they feed us poison, and they poison our minds and our bodies, and it's just like, it's kind of a disgusting world that we live in, because it's controlled by the devil. Like the people who have the most influence, the people who have the most power and control work for the freaking devil. They work for mammon, which is money and greed and worldly things, and they're willing to sacrifice people's lives for that. And it just, like, I just felt like this hatred towards evil. And so I was just like crying and praying, like, man, I was just like, God, I don't even want to like live in a world like this. How did the world get this horrible? How did it get this evil? Like, God, like, it's just so horrible. People are suffering so much, and the good of that is that in seeing that, you know, yesterday I got really clear that the mission of Warriors of God is to lead humanity back to God. And the even deeper mission behind that, the deeper why, is to fight evil in this world and to spread goodness, to spread love in this world, because there is so much evil. And so leading humanity back to God means destroying the evil in this world and bringing love into this world and light into this world. And so Warriors of God is all about fighting the darkness. It's fighting the evil and fighting to let love win, to let God win. And it's just like, that's the deeper thing. And I just thought, like, all of us have loved ones that are suffering, whether they're suffering with anxiety or depression or self-doubt or anger or frustration or physical disease or a mental disease. Like, everyone has someone that they love who's suffering, and the source of that suffering is evil. And so Warriors of God is a group of the most powerful believers in the world that are here to fight evil in the world, that are here to fight the darkness. And that's what I mean when I say lead humanity back to God. Like, pull humanity out of the darkness, cast out the evil in humanity, because it's brutal, it's ruthless, it's sinister, it's disgusting. And so that really hit me today. Really, really hit me. So, yeah, it was intense. And anyway, so I called my mom a bunch, like, I don't know, 14 times or something, and she wasn't answering, and I was getting nervous, like, is she okay? Did something happen? And then right before I had a call with Araceli, she called me back, or I called her. I don't remember which one it was, but we got on the phone. I'm like, Mom, I'm sorry. I owe you an apology. Like, I want to support you, but the way I'm doing it is not working, and I'm so sorry. And we had a really good conversation, just talking about, like, how she just needs me to be encouraging and positive, not critical, not judging, not trying to tell her what she should do or shouldn't do, because that just, it doesn't work. And like, I know that personally, because when I'm like stuck, like, the last thing I want is someone telling me what to do. I just want someone to love me, like, just be encouraging. Hey, you got this. It's gonna be okay. Like, because I know what I'm doing wrong. I'm not stupid. And I don't need anyone to remind me what I'm doing wrong. Like, I get it, okay? I freaking get it. And so, it was just like, it was like, yeah, I'm clearly doing this wrong. And so I apologized to her, and she immediately started crying, and yeah, I think we got each other on a new level. And I was like, you know, Mom, I'm gonna let go of trying to control things and trying to push you to do things and hold you accountable, because that doesn't help you. Like, it doesn't help you. I just need to love you. And that's what you need as you're going through this. This is the hardest time in your life. Most people couldn't get through what you're getting through. I just need to love you through it. I just need to love you through it. And it was such an amazing call. Such an amazing call. And I needed that, because I've been not feeling great today. And then right after that, had a call with Araceli, which I felt like an asshole, because I was 7 minutes late to it. And the last time her and I did a call and she was late, I was an asshole again, and spoke death over her, not life. I had to apologize to her about that on Sunday. But she was loving and accepting and awesome about it. And we had a really good call talking about her coaching program and giving her some insight on that. And it felt really cool to see, like, when she was like, ooh, that was like, that was like the best feeling, to see her get a little excited about what she's creating. So that was awesome. So it ended up really turning around. And then I got on this call, didn't expect to get a client at all. Definitely didn't expect to get a client that paid in full. And now here we are. So yeah, awesome. I'm gonna go have dinner now.